Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run here with a rookie from Washington. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. You look at this Jaguar defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Schuck. He's got his target. That's complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. To the 43, 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Throwing, Schuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And on this 1st drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start on the ground. ETN, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32.
Here's Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now Lawrence changing the play. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Jaguars at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, I'm gun. I got him. On me.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. 2nd and 10. And you look at this Saints defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Lawrence will throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
11. Hey, Lion. Hey, son. Go.
Again, it's Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Thomas Jr.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Red. Hey, I'm gun. Go. Let's go.
On play action, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And now an audible here into something else.
13, Lou. Here we go.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now Lawrence to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And this pass broken up. So the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And just shutting him off there. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run with Mitchell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. First down, here's Mitchell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Running left, here's Mitchell. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
14. Jaguars 6.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Now he's loose at the 40. Travis Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Easy.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Same break. 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Think right open. 11, Agate. Hey, I'm gun. Go. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, 11.
Now Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. A good pickup there at 22. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Think right open.
Lawrence going to move him around a bit. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko, it's hot. 30 left.
Draw play, Etienne.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
An audible here to get a new look.
13, Luke. Luke. Hey, kill. St. Bright.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Guy tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And bulldozing his way through. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
All right, let's go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
49-yard line.
Here's the 24. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Throws right side, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
11. Silver.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. Shrugs it to a beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hey, Dinter. There we go.
They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around. He's going to fire that wide, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. The 2-yard line. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
On red.
Allen is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. ETN. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? Third and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
Hey, kill!
Once more, ETN. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That was a huge play on third down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on fourth and goal. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Now he's into the clear again. Off to the races. Inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll They'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On second down, ETN once more. And space tough to come by there as they're going to get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd and 4.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Ginger, touch. 11. Take right open. Motion. Reset. Here we go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Shuck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 53 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Shuck. Olave holds it in. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 38 yards. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
23. Hey, Ginger, hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence changing the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Let's go. 19, right. 19.
Shuck now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The pass caught by Olave. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell you,
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Saints add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
for a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Let's go. 30 left.
Here's Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Jaguars.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Take right open.
At the 50-yard
From
line.
midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Ready up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 53-yard attempt.
True knocks this one through the post. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Now Shuck. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Easy.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, kill.
Lawrence will throw. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Rip. 11. Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. Yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately quickly taken down at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Mitchell. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. They kind of